people. They're even killing the over 100,000 Eritrean refugees there who came to Tigray as our brothers and sisters to seek refuge from the dictator Isaias Afwerki. I'm going to say some words from Security and Justice for Tigreans in Ethiopia. We, the Tegaru diaspora, are bringing to attention the violence and aggression by the illegitimate federal government of Ethiopia towards the people of Tigray. 2 months ago, the dictator of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, declared an unjust war on the innocent people of Tigray. And the country is immersed in a catastrophic civil war. We can't actually even say it's a civil war. We know Eritrea, we know UAE is involved in this. And what we're coming to terms with is a total collapse of the Ethiopian state and ultimately the disintegration of the country along ethnic lines. This genocidal war that started in Tigray has evolved into an international war that can trigger major humanitarian and security crisis in the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea region at large. The savagery and degree of brutality against minority ethnic Tigrayans has become a human catastrophe, as tens of thousands have been killed and maimed by the government and its affiliate ethnic militias and other international actors. Ethnic profiling has continued unabated all over Ethiopia, and communication systems, including internet, electricity, water supply lines, banking, transportation, access to independent journalists, and corridor for humanitarian aid remain closed all over Tigray since dictator Abiy Ahmed declared war November 3rd. Today, there is still continuous blanket bombing of civilian targets and cities, in addition to mass starvation of the population, which are causing huge internal displacements. Villages and vast mountains of Tigray that lost hundreds of historic churches and monasteries are not spared at all. In some major cities and villages, air bombardment, artillery barrages, and drone attacks continue without respite, exacting a heavy toll on rural and urban populations. The involvement of the Eritrean army in Tigray is now clear to the whole world, and it has been disclosed by the U.S. Secretary of State and other credible reports and satellite evidence of troop deployment from Eritrea into Tigray. It is thus worth noting that the Eritrean army has been intensively engaged in war crimes of high magnitude by massacring the youth, attacking and raiding refugee camps, with more than 100,000 refugees, raping women and children, destroying infrastructure, and looting of many properties. We know about Alameda Textile Factory. We know about Adigrat. We know about Ottawa. What are the things we don't know? When are we going to know about them? We have to demand telecommunication is open now so we can help our people. Also, they're damaging private businesses in large cities, including looting of high-value research and development equipment, and pillaging of higher learning federal institutions. Tigray is being attacked by its own federal government and other regional and international actors at the invitation of dictator Abiy Ahmed. Since November 15, unmanned aerial vehicles from UAE have officially joined the war on Tigray. Countless civilians are reported to have been injured or killed by drone warfare. We believe this is a breach of international law and crimes against humanity, and hence we call upon the international community for its immediate intervention. Calls for peaceful resolution of the conflict and the free passage of humanitarian aid by various governments and international organizations have been defied by Abiy. Humanitarian workers working for UN have not been spared, as they've been targeted by gunshots as well. In many areas, the government has blocked food items from reaching the people and hence created deliberate starvation that resulted in signs of malnutrition in children, women, and elderly that may escalate into famine-induced deaths. This is serious human rights abuses and a crime against humanity, as stated in the United Nations conventions, which should not be tolerated. To allow the state-sponsored mayhem and genocide to proceed will be marked as yet another dark spot in history of the world in the 21st century. After we witnessed what happened with the Holocaust, after we witnessed what happened in Rwanda, we need to ask for international intervention. Thus, we urge all governments, institutions, and countries in the world to consider the adoption of the following measures to stop the ongoing war crimes and genocide in Tigray before it's too late. We ask for the immediate cessation of hostilities. We ask for the immediate opening of corridors for the safe passage of humanitarian aid by independent agencies. The immediate restoration of communications and the internet to the people of Tigray. Granting access to the UN independent international teams to investigate war crimes in Tigray. All parties must commit to a peaceful resolution of the regional war. Immediate deployment of peacekeepers on the Tigray-Eritrea border at limited checkpoints. Immediate withdrawal of foreign troops and government-allied militias from the Amhara region and other hostile ethnic groups, as well as the redeployment of federal government troops outside Tigray. The immediate restoration of the right of the Tigray people for self-administration. Over 2.6 million people picked their leader, and they're trying to suppress us to the same subjugation that administrations in centuries past and decades past have tried to do. We see that dictator Abiy Ahmed is using the blueprint that Haile Selassie used when we fought for self-sovereignty. He's using the blueprint that Ms. Gisu Haile Mariam did. They're trying to create starvation conditions. They're trying to starve us out so they can silence us. But how will we remain silent? No. Will we remain vocal? Yes, we will.
Yes.
Tigray, not Tomaikonen, not Naim. So we have to fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just for the 7 million people in Tigray, for the millions in Ethiopia, for your brothers and sisters. We're proud of our language. Tigrinya is a beautiful language.
Yeah.
Names are beautiful names. And that is not a crime. We take pride in being Tegaru. We will stay proud. We come from a proud legacy. We come from a proud history. Are we going to let them destroy our history? No. Are we going to let them destroy our legacy? No. Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop looting Tigray.
Stop looting Tigray.
Stop looting Tigray.
Stop looting Tigray.
Stop raping Tegaru.
Stop raping Tegaru.
Stop raping Tegaru.
Stop raping Tegaru.
What do we want?
Peace.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Peace.
When do we want it?
Now.
Are you guys tired?
No.
Are we keep fighting?
Yeah.
2 months ago, we all came here. We shouldn't be here now. What does that mean? We have to work harder.
Yeah.
You should not sleep without first praying for Tigray. You should not sleep before working for Tigray. What are you guys doing? Protesting.
Yeah.
Go on your Twitter social media campaigns. We're active there. We're seeing real change. Photos are coming in. Congress is having meetings with us. They hear us. Don't ever think that your voice is voiceless or unimportant, because they are hearing us. They know our fight. They're scared of us. They're trying to scare us from talking about what's happening. Like they try to silence our Tegaru brothers and sisters back home. I have family back home. All of us have that family back home. 2.2 million displaced just in Tigray. 2.5 million children have no access to humanitarian aid. Tens of thousands dead. Millions of dollars in infrastructural damage. They're trying to ruin us. Are they going to succeed?
No.
Have they ever succeeded before in history?
No.
And we'll never let them do it now. Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop war on Tigray.
Stop dictator Abiy.
Stop dictator Abiy.
Stop dictator Isaias.
Stop dictator Isaias.
You can hear them.
Woo!
Thank you, Yerusalem. We're so proud of you. We love you so much. Thank you. جزيلا مغطى كان زي بمغطى حداش كحساي نشتن قط ملاتا حداش نمدرخ كان زي بمغطى